Hey, Eric here from 5minuteInvesting.com, and I teach people how to make 30% a year from the stock market using an hour a day. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to talk about a very deep and interesting topic when it comes to investing, and that is probability. Now, you probably heard of this when you're investing or when you are even taking classes when you're in high school. So probability is an important concept. And if you understand probability and how that applies in the financial market, you're going to become very, very successful. So let's dive into today's lesson. All right, so let me zoom this in. So then it's smaller. And then afterwards, I'm going to move this to the corner. So how to think about probability when you are investing. And that is the topic of the day. Now, probability can be explained quite simply with this scale. You have 0%, 50%, 100%. So as an investor, you are somewhere on this scale when you are investing in the market. So let's say you're investing in a stock. What is the probability you think you will win? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? Is it somewhere like 90%? And depending on where you are on this scale, your investment strategy is going to be very, very different. And if you understand the scale, you're going to be able to do a lot of interesting things. All right, so there are mainly three types of people when you're investing in the market. And let's say you're aiming for a low percentage, let's 10 to 20%. And that's kind of like an entrepreneur. And if you're looking at the entrepreneurial world, you are investing yourself, your time, costs, into a new idea, something that is not out there in the market, and usually the probability of success is less than 10%. So, but the reward is also humongous. So that's why entrepreneurship is so attractive. Now in the middle, we have kind of like a 50-50, which is 50% win, 50% loss, or 55% win, 45% loss. And that is really where the day traders, short-term traders comes in. And because your winning percentage is so low or close to 50-50, you need to do a lot of trades. You need to invest a lot, and you need to commit a lot of time to it. So that is more like where the day traders lie. And then you also have, finally, on the right-hand side, long-term investor, where you invest in extremely safe stocks, where you are choosing the best companies, you screen and you pick the top 10 best investments for 2020 or whatever, and your probability of success is like above 90%. And if you are looking at some of the most famous investors like Warren Buffett, he actually has a rule where he only invests in companies that he's 99% sure he will win. So where are you on the scale? Now, let me just move my face here. So if you're looking at the scale, then here I just basically list out the key attributes. So for entrepreneur, you have a small probability of winning, but then the gain is big. For day trader, you have a low probability of winning, which I mean by 50-50, and it requires you to place thousands of trades. So some of the consideration includes, well, what is your cost per trade? Maybe it's very little, maybe it's close to zero, maybe it's actually free. So if you're looking at Charles Schwab or TD Ameritrade in America today, it's actually commission free. So, but the time involvement, if you decide to be a day trader, you actually need to commit at least 40 hours full time, so then you can make enough to sustain your income. And then finally, you have the long-term investor on the right-hand side, where you have high probability trades. You're aiming for something like 90+% win rate, and then the gain is small. So if you're investing in a blue chip company or just an index fund, which is quite safe, then you are expected to make 7% a year unless you know a special secret. So now, here's a question for you. Now, based on the scale that I just taught you, which one do you think you are? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a day trader? Are you a long-term investor? You can leave a comment below. And if you are investing in a stock today, whatever that stock is, what is your probability of success? And I think you can comment below and let me know. And depending on your answer, you actually know whether you're an entrepreneur, day trader, or a long-term investor. And do you know what is the amount of reward you're aiming for? So for day trader, you're really aiming for a very small gain, but repeated many times. For entrepreneur, you're aiming for an extremely big gain, like 10x, 100x. And for long-term investors, you're really aiming for an average gain of 6-7% unless you know the secret. So leave a comment below and let me know. I look forward to your reply. So the big secret and a key takeaway for this lesson is, if you want to achieve 30% a year as a long-term investor, then you need to focus on high probability investment opportunities where you're 95% confident or more. And then you need to multiply your profits with stock options. So here, this is the secret. Let me just bold that and underline that for you. If you want to make a higher return in the stock markets by being a long-term investor without using stock options, then I think you should just expect somewhere between 5% to 10%. So if you are making 10% right now without using stock options, I think that is great. It's a phenomenal return. Last year, S&P 500 was 30%, but over the long term, if you're able to make 10%, you are fantastic, hands down. But if you want to make a higher return than that, something like 30%, then one way to get there is to use stock options. And that's actually how I'm investing in the market to get more than 30% a year in the market. So that is the secret. And if you want to learn more, then you can start doing research in this direction. So if you are a new viewer here on the channel, welcome. My name is Eric Cito, and I teach people how to invest in the market and earn 30% from the market using an hour a day. So if you haven't already, you can click on the first link below, and that will take you to a free case study, a free webinar, where you can learn more about this approach. So the link is 5minuteinvesting.com/free-case-study. So in that webinar, I explain a lot more on how I invest and what is the potential gain for you, so you can learn more there. Now, if you have already subscribed, thank you very much. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and like this video and leave a comment below. And if you are a recurring subscriber, then I would like to invite you to take a free chart course. And this is actually one of the modules of the coaching program I offer called Investing Accelerator. And in this free chart course, you can actually find stocks at 20% discount or more. And I teach you how to set up your chart, the indicators, and so on. So you can go to this link, 5minuteinvesting.com/free-chart-course. So I think it will be very beneficial to you. And if you want to take it one step further, take it to the next level, then you can schedule a call to chat with me about the program, Investing Accelerator. So in the description below, you're going to find a link called Schedule a Time to Chat with Me. So then you can schedule a time that works for both of us there. So that's pretty much it for this video. If there's any other video you want to watch or you want to learn more about, just leave a comment below and I will cover it in a future date. I'll see you in the next video.